Hey, howdy y'all, I'm Kirk the Hammer, and they wanted to do a documentary on me. I don't know why. I used to be a powder kegger, back in the days when I was younger. I like to, blow that shit up. After we fell out with the church, they labeled us heretics. It was hard to find a job. I became a groundskeeper down there at Bergenworth, because the church didn't fuck with that none. So, I'd do some weed eating, some lawn mowing, some fly swatting, just try and keep things under control, normal like, so the students could, have pretty normal life or whatever. I was named after the guitarist of Metallica, Kirk Hammett, but my mama, God bless her soul, she didn't really catch on to, she named me Kirk the Hammer, I used to chase around a snake there in Bergenworth, man. I tell you what, people be whistling tunes and man, just get it right up. I never could catch that damn snake, tell you what. Anyway, one of them days I was out there and I was walking around. I found me invitation to Cainhurst summons, and man, I said, well, why not? Why not go there? I met more women than I've ever seen in my entire life, man. It was really something else. I found myself some new clothes. I was looking pretty fresh and spiffy. And me being a boom boy, powder kegger, I was on the search, I was on the lookout. I knew that there was, some sort of connection between us old powder keg boys and them Cainhurst nobles. I wasn't sure what it was. I thought they was all just blood-sucking vampires, because that's what for the church told me. But it never did occur to me. The church had said we was bad too. So, Anyway, up there on the roof, I fought this Santa Claus looking feller, and I just kept finding more and more cool stuff in Cainhurst, and I found that Santa Claus feller. Me and him had a pretty cool looking fight up on the rooftop there, and I blew him up with a cannon, as is my wont. And after that, I found a fancy hat, I put it on, and what should my wondering eyes should appear but a door that led me straight to my future and my new girlfriend even. I mean, I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but I think she's into me. She made me swear an oath to her and everything. I bet she's real pretty under that helmet, under that mask. See, a fella of mine, buddy of mine, Walter. We used to call him Wally. He used to have a bucket on his head like that too. So he had given me one. He was crazier than a bucket full of maggots. I tell you what, man, that dude was, some bitch was crazy. But I had his bucket, so I put it on, and I was wearing a bucket, and she's wearing a bucket. We just all wear buckets together and blow shit up. It's pretty cool. One thing never did take to in Yharnam was, and I'm not just saying this, all right. I really mean this. Yharnam produces best weaponry known to mankind. I really do believe that. I'm not just being patriotic. But the thing about it is, everybody's really obsessed with their little bitty pea shooters or little bitty guns. I've seen so many goddamn shoot 'em montages, and they shoot and shoot and shoot, and they're going for that parry, and it's going to look real spiffy. But it just gets away from the whole nature of the fact that, we got some of the best looking weapons, and y'all ain't messing with them. All you're doing is sitting there shooting that gun. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not too much about that pea shooter life, but when I was there at that castle, man, I found a pretty good little pea shooter. It's a lever action pistol. It's got a barrel about as long as a rifle, though, man. Blow a hole clean through them. It's funny as hell, man. I like it. Now I got one better than that. It shoots 2 bullets at once, man, and now that sucker will get you. But I don't try and use that, because I ain't about that gun life, man. But some of these folks just out here, bang, bang. They're just out here, man, bang, and they're just trying and trying and trying. You can tell their daddy never taught them how to, take a gun and go up there and parry. They didn't have no daddies teach them how to parry, so they just out here just shooting at whatever they can. It's sad, man. It's sad. Makes my whole life feel bad. But I was a simple man. I was a groundskeeper. I'd gotten after old Yharnam. Church didn't want nothing to do with us anyhow, so I just kind of had gave it up, But I came out here and I seen the way them boys was running with all them pea shooters, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna try and show them that there's a big old, you know, hunk of iron, mechanical hazard ass looking, you know, don't use this if you've been drinking NyQuil kind of. I'm gonna show them that this is where the fun's at. It ain't about if your little pea shooter there, you know. Nobody give a dang. Nobody give a dang at all. Not least of all me. You know, the Michael Jordan of Yharnam, he said, you miss 20 of the parries you never take, and you'll probably miss the other 22. And he was right. They just don't know when to quit shooting, man. You can't really blame them, I don't guess. It pretty much, you know, if you ain't looking for a fight, if you're just looking for, you know, to get it over with as quick as possible, there's 20 tries you can do. Man, but I tell you what, me being a kegger, I know a little bit about how that blood tinge works. I know a little bit of, you know, I might be an old Appalachian hillbilly, you know what I'm saying? I might listen to Yharnam, Dwight Yoakam, but I know a little thing or two. Dwight Yharnam, that should be his name, not Dwight Yoakam. It should be Dwight Yharnam. I might listen to him, but I know a thing or two, especially about blowing shit up. So, you know, I see people out here, they come around, they shoot the gun, bang, bang, bang. So I got this cannon, right? It was an old church cannon, and they had it rigged up. Well, they hid it from everybody. They didn't want nobody to find it. And I can't blame them, because that sucker just flat out, boom, we're talking about put a turkey at the end of that motherfucker and hit the fucking trigger, and Thanksgiving is on, boys. You can deep fry, flash fry, whatever you want. This cannon is battering hell, man. So, you know, all these boom, 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 here I go shooting. Man, I started messing with them so good. I get that cannon out and just absolutely wreck shit, son. It's funner than hell. Noticing, you know, since I've been gone, I didn't mess around too much. Like I said, I was just weed eating and taking care of Bergenworth, you know, out there. My only real company out there was a weird girl who stood in the corner, never said a damn word. She was just the scariest woman you ever met in your life. And then there's that old feller up on the rocking chair, and everybody treated him real nice, you know, but me and him never really got much along. He couldn't say nothing. He just pointed at what he wanted mowed and what he wanted weed eated and all. I don't know, man. I'm just, you know. Anyway, I went back there because I felt bad for old fella. So, you know, me feeling bad for the old fella, I went back there and make sure them kids wasn't treating him too bad. It turns out, man, there's all kinds of people coming to that college campus right there, and they're beating up on his little I don't know, I named it gingivitis. I don't know what its name is. I named it gingivitis. You know, that thing looks like the stories my mama told me to keep me from getting laid when I was 14. You know, that's a scary looking son bitch, but it's nicer. It's just as nice as you want it to be. It's just as nice. Maybe it's nicer than that. But I went out there and, you know, I'm just trying to keep these kids from all they just spray painting the walls with their gang colors, and then they're picking on that gingivitis looking thing, and just giving the flies an awful time, just giving them a horrible time. I seen them out there. They was diddling their booty holes. The fly didn't ask for that. That fly didn't ask for that at all. So, you know, I decided that's what I'm gonna do, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show these boys here, you know, they want to come to Bergenworth, they want to come to Cainhurst, they want to come to the places that I love in Yharnam. Well, they're gonna ride the lightning. Kirk the Hammer's gonna show them how to ride the lightning, boy. All these bang bang pewers and stuff, you know. And I got that cannon. I decided, man, we're gonna start fighting fire with fire. There is no escape. I pick up that sinister bell and I start ringing, and they know. They know for whom the bell tolls. Right there, they know it. Now this fella here, let me tell you, I'm doing a little weight training. I appreciate this fella right here. This fella and me. We had a nice little back and forth. We had a good little fight, and I got to look around and see how my hammer worked when I was fighting these other folks. Cause you know, I don't know what moves work together, what moves don't work together. So I've been practicing. I've been trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? And the more I get out there and try, I find the better I do. So I appreciate all these fellers laying down on the line and just really giving me really giving me a fight. You know what I mean? I'm a simple Appalachian boy, or whatever the Appalachian equivalent in Yharnam is. I'm a simple folk like that. You know, that's what we do on a Saturday night. You want to go out, you want to blow some crap up, and you want to get in a fist fight. But it don't matter. After you fight, if you shake hands, man. You shake hands. We go down to the dollar store parking lot. We just have a rowdy dow. I mean, we're just swinging our fists, spitting in our little bottles, you know. And then you dust yourself off. You get up, you shake that other feller's hand, and you call it a day. And you know what? And then you go buy him you can go buy him a pungent blood cocktail. You know, that's just how I grew up. Now I'm in the big city now, and I'm not trying to impose my rules on these other folks or nothing like that. But I do want them to know they can't just come to Bergenworth and have free ride. You know, they can't just go to Cainhurst and have free ride. They're not. You're a guest, and you need to act like you're a guest, or you're going to get blowed up. But now when it comes down to it, you know, maybe I pat him on the butt a little bit and I say, all right, go on now. Go on. But there's no hard feelings after that. But I tell you what, man, nothing in this world. There's two things drive me crazy. Bang bang shooters. And bang bang shooters just drive me absolutely nanners. And then them fellers that run, oh my God. Some of these fellers just run and run and run from a fight. It's like you've been made immortal by the god of the dream, and you're just going to reawaken anyhow. What in the hell does it matter, man? You know what I mean? I got a little philosophical on you there. I know. I apologize. But you know, us boys, we can have some deep thoughts too. Just because you like to appreciate the simple thing in life, like blowing something the hell up, don't mean you can't, you know, philosophize around a little bit. Think about some things. Think about the meaning of life maybe a little bit. What do you think it means? Well, I think it means just going out on the weekend and blowing some stuff up with your friends, just shooting up everything in the damn world, blowing everything up with the cannon, hitting something with the biggest damn hammer you can find, boy. I tell you what. But I feel like, you know, what you give in this world is what you get, you know. And so I try and keep my life simple like that. And so far, it's turned out pretty good. It's turned out pretty dang good. I'm getting ready to host a Halloween party, and boy, you talk about a fight. We're going to have a 3-day long fight. It's Halloween, and I've bought a ticket. I'm going to go all the way through Yharnam. I'm going to go look at all of it. We even booked us the Hunter Nightmare. But you know, I've been working at Bergenworth for so long, what was I going to spend all them blood echoes on? You know, nothing. And I decided after I went to Cainhurst, man, it really did change my life. It really did, you know. I said, I got to get out there. I got to see the world. Now, I ain't seen it in a long while. And the last time I seen it, I was nary a boy. I was just a 12-year-old boy, and I took in the world. But I'm ready to get back out there and look, you know. So that's what we're going to do this Halloween. This Halloween, I booked a fight tour. All right, and starting from October 30th to November 1st, we just going to fight everything that ever lived in Yharnam. We're going to blow it all the hell up. We're going to hit it all with a hammer. It's going to be something, boy, and I couldn't be more excited. But you know, I earned it. I felt like, you know, I work with my two hands, right? And I got my hands dirty, boy. So I feel like maybe, you know, this is my reward, my just rewards. I've earned this, so I'm looking forward to getting out there and seeing the whole world. But I think after that's over, I'm probably just going to go back to what I know best, and that's just being Kirk the Hammer. You know, I'm gonna hang around. I'm gonna fight some folks in the Chalice dungeons. I'm gonna hang around Cainhurst a little bit. I'm gonna hang around Bergenworth just a little bit. I'll try and make my way down to Old Yharnam, hang out with Jura and them boys, see how they're doing. Might swing by the Hunter's Nightmare. Jura used to have a third old boy ran with him. He got lost in the Hunter's Nightmare. He hangs out around around the Blood Lake now. He's got himself a real pretty cave hollowed out, and he watches over some beasts. in the Hunter's Nightmare. It's the same beasts that Jura and Jura and his old boy Terry. Jura and Terry, they watch over old Yharnam, right? It used to be Jura, Terry, and Jerry, but now Jerry got lost in the Hunter's Nightmare. But he's still doing the same thing. He's got his chain gun, his minigun, and he sits out there in that blood lake and he chills out there and watches over the beast there. So I might get out there and see him a little bit after I do this. I like going all over, you know. I've really discovered my love of traveling, and you can go anywhere and just blow stuff up, man. It's super cool. It's super cool to just do that. And I'd say try it, you know what I mean? Just because, you know, you're a simple man, you're a big old boy, you know how to swing a hammer around. You know how to swing a big old sword around, you know. You can make a morning star out of your own blood. You know, that doesn't mean that you can't have, you know, a little worldly knowledge too while you're at it. Not if this old boy has anything to say about it. And I hate to ask like this, but I'm going to. The next time y'all see, you know, what you consider to be a simple old country boy, one of those powder keggers, I'd appreciate it if maybe you didn't just write us off so quick. You know what? Because I'm telling you, I'm smarter than you think. I can see through deception pretty good. I've been around the world. I've got real world experience. I know you ain't trying to have no honor fight with me. I know as soon as I start whipping your ass, that fella back here is going to shoot an arrow at me about the size of a goddamn turkey leg, and I'm going to have to avoid that as well. I don't, you know what I mean? We might not talk right, but we're smarter than you think we is. How's that sound? Just take that into consideration. And remember, us boys know about karma. You do something stupid, you liable to pay for it, stupid. Anyway, I'm Kirk the Hammer, and that's my story. I don't know why y'all asked me to tell it, but I've enjoyed actually sitting down here and just talking to y'all a little bit. It's been fun. I guess if I have to leave you with a few words, I'd say, you know, take your time to really appreciate the simple things in life. You know, things like big hammers, big swords, and even if you got a little hammer or a little sword, you know, don't discount it. Don't discount it. You know, you can still have a lot of fun with that. I think we've really lost our way. All this technology's gotten in the way, and all it is we just worry about our pea shooters these days. And, I mean, I know they're great, and it looks good, you know, when it works. But I just encourage you to get out there and really appreciate what your local Yharnam boys have built for you. You know what I'm saying? We spent a lot of time making them weapons before the church kicked us out. And, you know, I'd love to see more of that and less of the pew pew bangers, tell you the truth. But that's just me. I can't make nobody do nothing they don't want to do, and I accept that. The only thing you can control is yourself. You know what I mean? That and your Canaan. Anyway, I'm Kirk the Hammer, and I thank y'all for listening. And I'll see y'all next time. Later, y'all.